How's it going, guys, and welcome back to race number 6 in season 2. If you've seen the last 2 episodes, you'll know that we've scored back-to-back points. In Austria we got a podium, and in our home Grand Prix in Silverstone we managed to get P8. So we're going to try and continue it on and get a 3rd points finish in a row here in Netherlands. So heading into Zandvoort, we actually have the control electronics at 56% already. I'm not sure it will get through the race. I'm going to have to take grid penalties soon anyway. So we're actually just going to take grid penalties across the board. We'll start from the back in Zandvoort, which is never ideal. I would rather do it next race in Monza. But let's get the grid penalties out of the way now. Then in Monza, wherever we qualify there, we can actually start from. Because here in Netherlands, Zandvoort isn't our best track. So I'll struggle here anyway. Is actually chucking it down here in the wet. We're going to see what sort of time we can put on the board. Again, I don't think it'll be very good. Our one and only lap in Q1 in the rain. As we come across the line, we might actually make it in a Q2 here. Come across the line, we just miss out on Q2. But I mean, if we went out for 2 laps there, I think we would have easily made it to Q2 because that turn 1 really screwed us up. All right, here we are in Netherlands. Jeff was about to say something, but I cut him off. Let's see where our teammate ended up. He has moved up to P17 because of penalties to Alonso, Tsunoda, and ourselves. Looking up the grid a little more, George Russell's in P13, Pierre Gasly in P9, who we are fighting with. We're fighting with the AlphaTauris, Vettel and Stroll in 10 and 11. And if you have a look at the tyre choice that everybody's choosing, it's pretty mixed. You got a load of softs, Perez on the mediums, and then quite a few people on the hards, with our teammate on the mediums as well. So it'd be interesting to see. There you go. Jeff's just giving us some encouragement. It'll be interesting to see what's the best option. Do we go mediums, softs, hards? If we would have got tyre upgrades, we probably could have done softs to mediums. But I mean, at the back of the grid, we've got these faster cars ahead of us. I say maybe start on the hards and try and work our way through. So, all right, here we go. It is 5 red lights. Away we go in Zandvoort, and we get off the line pretty slow indeed. Tsunoda cuts across us, and on the hard tyre we struggled to get off the line, but we're going to have a go around the outside of Yuki Tsunoda, maybe even Mick Schumacher if we get the chance, but we're side by side with the AlphaTauri. Can we get up? We're going to try and follow our teammate who is up ahead in P17. Can he get a move on Mick Schumacher? He needs to get a move on. He is on the medium compound. Hopefully our teammate can maybe do something this race. I mean, this is not one of my strong tracks, so I'm not confident in my abilities. So hopefully our teammate can pull something out the bag. Maybe a bit of drama with safety cars. There has been plenty of safety cars in the past 2 races. So a few more I certainly wouldn't mind. But so we go down the inside of Mick Schumacher. Look at that. Up. And now we're actually having to go at our teammate. This is the last person we want to get damage to. But we're up in a P18 now. Nikita Mazepin up ahead. Let's see what sort of pace he's got. He must have more pace than us on the mediums. We do not feel confident around this track. So I'd imagine he would have more pace. But we might even think about a move on our teammate. As he covers off the inside, we're going to try and go around the outside of Nikita Mazepin, almost hitting Nicholas Latifi in the Alfa Romeo up ahead. And now we're going to look for a move on Nicholas Latifi as we get very good traction out of that corner. We're going to get 2 moves in one. Oh, and he's been spun. Nicholas Latifi's hit our side pod. We've got some damage. Latifi's been spun. Cooling may be affected. I think. I'm not sure what that was for. Was it for the tyres? Was it for the brakes? I hope it's not the tyres, because I always have trouble overheating around here. But damage to our side pod as we make a bit of contact with Nicholas Latifi, who ends up spinning around, and essentially his Grand Prix is pretty much ruined. I think we had most of the job done, as I think that's a Red Bull down there in last place, as he must have got damage on lap 1. I think we had most of the move done. He just didn't back out. So Not sure what else we could have done, but I'll have to watch that one back. Look at the massive train of cars up ahead. There's a huge gap between the McLaren and I think I'm not sure if it's the Aston Martin or the AlphaTauri, but there is a huge gap indeed. And that's why I'm confident that points could be on the cards, but we do not know, as cars are just battling each other left, right and centre. This train of cars, look, they're battling up here. We're able to get onto the back of these cars. It's Gasly and Ocon up ahead that are really going for it. And look at this massive train of cars coming up behind. I'm not sure if any of them have damage, but they're going side by side again, and we're all just sitting behind. See if we can capitalise on this. We might be able to, as we look for a move around the outside of Giovinazzi. Can we get it done there? No, we cannot. We're going to have to wait until the straight, and maybe our straight line speed is going to really help us as we get a good exit behind the Alfa Romeo. Look how much speed we have, almost losing the car. There was damage on the car of Esteban Ocon, and he's had to come in. They're going 3 wide up ahead as we go down the inside of Giovinazzi, almost catching the back of George Russell. Giovinazzi goes for the switchback move, and we've been spun. I'm not sure if we spun ourselves or if we got spun by Giovinazzi, but that is us out of the Grand Prix. We're going to have a look at the replay. Did we get down on the throttle too fast here? Could it have been something to do with the side pod damage that we had? As Giovinazzi goes for the switchback move, did we make a little bit of contact? I'm not sure if we did, you know. We'll have to have a look from Giovinazzi's point of view. So Giovinazzi is right behind us. He goes for the little switchback move. And no, I don't think we don't make contact. We actually just lose the car. You can see from the front wing. No, we don't make contact. We just lose the car. Trying to get down the gas too early. And maybe it was part of the side pod damage that also screwed us over as well. But it's a tragic time here in Netherlands after actually a really good start. So it was looking good for us. We were looking on the up. But a crash in the first few laps has called an end to our race in Netherlands. Down into the garage we go. We keep the helmet on. Don't want to see anybody. And that is weird. So there we have it after a very disappointing weekend in Netherlands. It was actually a fantastic start. So I'm a bit gutted that I spun out. And I guess it's even worse to know that it was my own fault. Nikita Mazepin down in 16th. Nothing you could really expect. Valtteri Bottas also retiring with me. Hamilton taking a win with Verstappen getting P2 in his home Grand Prix. And Lando Norris getting on the podium as well. Aston Martin of Sebastian Vettel and the Alpine of Fernando Alonso got in the points, as well as Pierre Gasly. So it is an awful day for Haas as we drop to 8th in the standings. Alpine, AlphaTauri get quite a bit ahead of us. I forgot how far Aston Martin were ahead of us already. But 4 points behind AlphaTauri, 8 points behind Alpine. We're going to have some really strong races towards the end of this season if we are to catch them in the Constructors. Sorry that this wasn't the longest video ever. I didn't expect to crash within 5 laps, but after 2 fantastic points finishes, we've got a disappointing race. But hopefully in Monza next time out, we can get back in the points. And yeah. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.